Hey class, hope everybody is having a good day. Love these two questions that we have for question one on our DQs. Also love these video questions. I think they're fun. So the first one: how does a counselor taking care of oneself as a helper impact the therapeutic relationship? I don't want to go as far to say that taking care of oneself is the most important thing, because I feel like there's still a lot that I need to learn, and there could be something more important in being a counselor and in being a helper, and the ins and outs of that. But I do think that taking care of oneself is a should be a huge priority. And I think that if you are healthy and if you have the mental capacity and you are in the right place, then the therapeutic relationship that you have with whomever it may be is going to be the best it can be. And a lot goes into that. You have to understand the processes, and I'll talk more about that kind of in our second part of the question. But I think the foundation of being a good helper, a good therapist, a good counselor, whatever, be a good person really in a relationship. I think the foundation of that is being healthy and taking care of yourself. And I think that if you're not taking care of yourself, I think within a therapeutic relationship, if you don't have the mental capacity and you are in the wrong headspace and you're not healthy, I think it can really damage that therapeutic relationship. One, between yourself and the client, but two, also I think it can damage whoever you're helping. The client, it could damage their relationship with therapy. And I know that people bounce back and forth sometimes between counselors to find the right person, but the last thing that I would want to do as a helper, as a counselor, is to damage a person's view on therapy. And because I do truly believe that it's super powerful and it's super important and to process things. So yeah, I think that it's a super important aspect, is taking care of yourself as a counselor, as a helper, so that therapeutic relationship that you do have with others is healthy and it's in a good place. So our second question: can a therapist who has never been in therapy thoroughly understand the therapeutic journey of change? I think that yes, I think a person who hasn't been in therapy can understand the therapeutic journey. And I think that they can understand it to an extent, but there are things that you cannot understand until you do them. I think that's like everything. I remember growing up, or not even growing up, just I remember wanting to do youth ministry, and I was like, okay, I'm cool, I'm going to go to Bible college, I'm going to try to learn all these things, and Bible college has been great, but I have learned so much from actually doing ministry with people and the church that I'm currently at. And I think it's the same for therapy. I think it's something, there are the systems and the processes and the terms and the definitions that you can learn, that are going to be helpful. But I think with those plus experience, I think that is the best combination. So I think if someone has gone through the therapeutic journey, they're at an advantage, because they have an idea of what the practical therapy looks like, being in that situation, being on the other side of the therapeutic relationship. So I think that gives them a slight advantage, but I don't think it's anything extreme. I don't think it's something as extreme as like you cannot be a therapist until you go through therapy yourself. But I do think that through experience and through being in those kinds of settings, whether you're the helper, you're the counselor, or you're being helped or counseled too, I do think those practical environments give you a bit of a head start in that regard. So those are my thoughts. Excited to hear what you guys have to say as well on these two questions.